introduction. Hi, I'm teacher Anita. I got a PhD in English and American Literature from National Zhanghua University of Education. Now I'm teaching at Hongguang University. The name of the MOOC course is Western Literature and Interdisciplinary ESP. MOOCs stand for Massive Open Online Courses, which are online courses for anyone to enroll. You can sign up for this course either on eWant or on HongMOOCs. eWant is maintained by National Jiao Tong University. HongMOOCs is maintained by Hongguang University. This course, Western Literature and Interdisciplinary ESP, contains 6 units. Unit 1 is concerned with Western Literature and Hospital English. Unit 2 is about Western Literature and Nautical English. Unit 3 deals with Western Literature and cross-cultural elements. Unit 4 demonstrates that Western literature contains a lot of English conversations. Unit 5 explores culinary English in Western literature. Unit 6 provides you with cross-domain elements that pervade Western literature. These 6 units will show you that when literary works are arranged on a disciplinary basis, they are excellent teaching materials for ESP courses. Unit 1, Western Literature and Hospital English. 1.1 D.H. Lawrence's The Horse Stealer's Daughter and Hospital English. Firstly, let me talk about the storyline of The Horse Stealer's Daughter. Mabel Purven is 27 years old and unmarried. Her father made a living dealing horses, but shortly before his death, the business started shrinking. Upon his death, Mabel and her 3 brothers, Joy, Fred Henry, and Malcolm, learned that their family was in quite deep debt. As a consequence, the family's home, Old Meadow, had to be put on the market. The 4 siblings and the horses therefore have to leave their house. Joy advises Mabel to seek employment in the servant industry. Poverty makes Mabel aware of what demeaning life she has to live. A doctor comes in to visit this family once in a while. Mabel rarely joins his brother's conversations with Dr. Jack Ferguson when he comes. One day, Mabel pays a visit to the graveyard to arrange the flowers around her mother's tombstone. Her visit is briefly interrupted by eye contact with Jack Ferguson, who is on duty. When he walks home by way of the Old Meadow, Mabel is heading towards the pond. He stares as she enters into the water, which is frigid at this time of year. The doctor quickly runs to pull her out. After carrying her to the house, he takes off her soaking clothes. As a doctor, he wraps her in a blanket in front of the fire in order to get warmth back into her blood. As Mabel puts her arms tightly around Jack, he feels awkward about this gesture. He has never had any desire to love her. After Mabel keeps asking Jack Ferguson if he is in love with her, he is convinced by Mabel that he must love her. At the break of their embrace, Mabel begins to insist to Jack that she is an awful match for him. He quiets her by insisting that he loves her and wants to marry her. This is the happy ending of this short story. In D.H. Lawrence's The Horse Dealer's Daughter, the following paragraph contains a hospital conversation. This is the first conversation about a doctor in The Horse Dealer's Daughter. In this conversation, Dr. Jack Ferguson is a young man who enters the house of Purvis. Let me recite this conversation for you. After a moment, a young man entered. He was muffled up in overcoat and a purple woolen scarf, and his tweed cap, which he did not remove, was pulled down on his head. He was of medium height. His face was rather long and pale. His eyes looked tired. "Hello, Jack." "Well, Jack," exclaimed Malcolm and Joy. Fred Henry merely said, "Jack." "What's doing?" asked the newcomer, evidently addressing Fred Henry. "Sam, we've got to be out by Wednesday." "Got a cold?" "I have got it bad too." "Why don't you stop in?" "Me? Stop in? When I can't stand on my legs. Perhaps I should have a chance." The young man spoke huskily. He had a slight Scotch accent. "It's a knockout, isn't it?" said Joy boisterously. "If a doctor goes round croaking with a cold, looks bad for the patients, doesn't it?" The young doctor looked at him slowly. "Anything the matter with you?" Then he asked sarcastically. "Not as I know of, damn your eyes." "I hope not." "Why? I thought you were very concerned about the patients." "Wondered if you might be one yourself." "Damn it, no. I've never been patient to no Fleming doctor, and hope I never shall be," returned Joy. The above conversation is extracted from The Horse Dealer's Daughter. From this conversation, we learn that the doctor got a cold. The word patient is used as a noun in the sentences in red. As a noun, patient means a person who is receiving medical care. In the last sentence, the word patient is used as an adjective. When being used as an adjective, patient means having patience. Croaking with a cold means making deep, rough sounds, which is caused by a cold. The medical terms in this conversation include head, medium height, pale, eyes, tired, speak huskily, croak with a cold, patient as a noun, patient as an adjective, got a cold, and doctor.